you will worship man-made gods of wood and stone, which cannot see or hear or eat or smell. But if from there you seek the Lord your God, you will find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. When you are in distress and all these things have happened to you, then in later days you will return to the Lord your God and obey him. For the Lord your God is a merciful God. He will not abandon or destroy you or forget the covenant with your ancestors, which he confirmed to them by oath. That's enough for now. Let's just quickly skip across to Colossians chapter 1. And we'll just read from verse 15 to verse 23. God the Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He's before all things, and in him all things hold together. He's the head of the body, the church. He's the beginning and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything he might have the supremacy. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. Once you were alienated from God and were enemies in your minds because of your evil behavior. But now he's reconciled you by Christ's physical body through death to present you holy in his sight, without blemish and free from accusation, if you continue in your faith, established and firm, and don't move from the hope held out in the gospel. This is the gospel that you heard, and that has been proclaimed to every creature under heaven, and of which I, Paul, have become a servant. So in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, on Deuteronomy chapter 4. We can only fight the sin giants if our hearts are given to the true God. So all fear of making our own image of the living. That's what this is about. Deuteronomy chapter 4 is designed to make us very fearful of making our own image of God most. And then the second commandment of the Ten Commandments that's in Deuteronomy chapter 5, saying, nobody's seen God the Father at any time. But that doesn't mean, so I can imagine whatever I want to imagine. No, we should be very careful. Though nobody has seen God the Father at any time, we should be very careful to never invent our own image of God from our own imagination. Well, does it matter if we create our own image of God? Does it matter? Well, think what we saw in Deuteronomy chapter 1 to 3, the